to heal. I speak to heal. I speak to heal. I speak to heal. I speak to heal. I speak. I speak to heal. I speak to heal. I speak to heal. I speak to heal.
But we still end up and tied down and overseas. From chain, urban streets, homeless, cold, and weak.
Urban circumstances only escape the few who leave behind the urban rules. The system is insanity. Cold hard bricks is a vanity. Urban outfit, the madness of two parties. Circumstances are futile and common sense is senseless because brains these days aren't hardy. I get confused about myself because projections from mindless mobs are hell. I isolate in solitude and keep my circle tight.
Because people will be wild, and to be quite honest, I don't have the space time.
Yeah, I know how you move. But you be like,
You're fucking me up, bro.
Urban streets, homeless,
cold, and weak.
Mind fog, no fault, mind fog, no faults. Governments and agencies, war on drugs and white flight cleared and seized. Power transferred and now power takes hold. Circumstances of concrete jungles and policies. Circumstances of concrete jungles and concrete jungles and concrete jungles and policies.
Urban streets, fire transpire, ignite it, take hold, as the circumstances of concrete jungles and policies.
No record deal, but I stay real, and every move I make, that's the deal. In the city's heart, where dreams ignite, we rise above through the darkest night. In these urban streets, we find our grace, we find the odds in this relentless place.
No choice is not taken. Fight to make it. Got somewhere to be. Got somewhere to be. Got somewhere to be. These streets can be the highway to free. Urban streets, homeless, cold, and weak. Urban streets, homeless, cold, and weak. Mind fog, no faults by governments and agencies. War on drugs and white flight cleared. Circumstance takes a hold. Urban streets, gray bold of speed. High peaks, no fault line but governments who overseas. War on drugs and white flight cleared them seas. Fire transpire, ignited, fire transpire, take hold. Because the circumstances of concrete jungles and policy. Wall Street fright, great migrations took flight. clear the fog and see the seas. Red lines aren't red, they're invisible. But we still end up and tied down and overseas. From chain gangs to cousin slang, prison industrial complex, all the same thing.
I'm here for the struggle. It's in my core. No shortcuts, no handouts, that's for sure. I don't need a mom guide my ride. I'm counting money, success as my guide. Dripping like gunner, style so neat. Rain keeps pouring, life's concrete. With wrist shining, 100 grand each. That's in the game, I press what I preach. 2 of them federal, 3 to my chest. 2 guns, 1 queen. In this quest for the best.
Urban streets, homeless, cold, and weak. Mind fog, no fault. Mind fog, no faults. By governments and agencies. War on drugs and white flight cleared and seized. Power transferred and now power takes hold. Circumstances of concrete jungles and policies. Concrete jungles and concrete jungles and concrete jungles and policies.
Yeah, but I know how you move, but you be like,
No record deal, but I stay real. And every move I make. And every move I make.
Concrete jungles
And every move I make.
concrete jungles
We
and
rise above through the darkest night.
concrete jungles and concrete jungles and concrete jungles and
We
policies.
find our grace, find the odds in this relentless place.
Urban streets,
homeless, cold, and weak.
and we mind fog, no fault. Mind fog, no faults. By governments and agencies.
War on drugs and white flight cleared and seized. Power transferred and now power takes hold. Circumstances of concrete jungles and policies.
Fucking me up, bro.
Urban streets.
Oh my God. Alright, I gotta tap into circumstances. That's the day. Obviously. Yeah, but I know how you move, but you be like
Benediction ass shit.
I can't.
Can I
do
just
that,
hold it
so
like
I gotta
here?
like figure this shit the fuck out.
I got you, cause no, I'm gonna get this shit right. I'm gonna get this shit right. I got. Got you.
Young, black, and militant. 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 The media will paint that as the villain tint, but fair is a cousin respect. So I take that as a compliment. What do you expect? Me to go below deck during the bombardment? And even though I'm on one knee, I can still see that star-spangled banner. And they love niggas with the extra gamma rays, highlight, high-def camera plays. Young, black, and militant. Young, black, and militant. It's the silence in front of the microphone that really pays. If you read that script, they'll sign that check. But who am I to judge from my position? $100 million covers a lot of tuition. 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 Young, black, and militant. Young, black, and militant. Young, black, and militant. Young, black, and militant. And most of us would like cruise and take on that impossible mission. Uncle Tom and Jerry. Blueberry, Burberry, Bert's buried. I miss you, Miss Angelou. They say this life is a game, or like a game park or a murder zoo. Except for Harambe, I'm sorry that they murdered you. And I was sick, real sick, bourbon flu. I'll save you the details, I don't want to burden you. Safe to say I like my whiskey, no ice detention centers. Desensitized fingertips trying to finger paint. But that red looks suspiciously crimson. That daycare looks suspiciously prison. And all this gets lost within the prism. Viewpoints splintered. Evidence fed to the shredder. There's a mystery afoot and I'm a Ninja Turtle. Donatello with a splash of Raphael. You can hold the lore and I apprehend myself. You can save your spinach, I can myself. So many non-violent sit-ins I can't stand myself. Young, black, and militant. Young, black, and militant. young black and militant, young black and militant, young black and militant, young black and militant, young black and militant. Who am I to judge from my position? $100 million covers a lot of tuition. 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 Young black and militant, 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 young black and militant. They say this life is a game. Well, if you game park or murder zoo. Except for Harambe, I'm sorry that they murdered you. Young black and militant. Young black and militant. Young and hold the door and apprehend myself. Can save your speech, I can myself. So many non-violent cities, I can't stand myself. Young black and militant. Self. Young black and militant. Young black and militant. Young black and militant. Young black and militant. Young black and militant.
What's acceptable one day will be judged critically the next. Centuries of vultures dishing out our neglect. Taino spirits and African kings battle the consequences of European greed, and all of that is all within me. But I sit contemplating the best, and you know what? I bring my fucking best.
Some say the ache is finite, and there is an infinite rhythm beating like a heart that refuses to surrender.
And I don't stress how God made me. I contest, I'm passing all the tests, giving future generations something to obsess. Better yet, I confess, I refuse to concede or digress.
Beating like a heart that refuses to surrender. Beating like drums that have no start, no end, just a melody sung by ancestors passing on knowledge through the generation. Some say we walk through shadows of disappointment, brought overseas and bred till we would bleed through orchestrated
My
appointments.
stance is on the current state of states of mind and stolen land. The state of things may cause despair, though despair is not our legacy.
Brought overseas and bled till we would bleed through orchestrated appointments. Walking through death valleys carved by hands
We are
of greed.
descendants of midnight marches, and resources and abundance of truth and
Promises
knowledge.
are not kept, injustices from slave patrol or state parole.
We are heirs of concentrated faith.
Still why a mother wept. Some say it's a struggle painted with ashes and blood, woods and mud, dark and strife, pain and burn. It's trauma, it's unlearning what your parents learned. What's acceptable one day will be judged critically the next. Better yet, I confess, I refuse to concede or digress. My stance is on the current state of states of mind and stolen land. The state of things may cause despair, though despair is not our
Delivered
legacy.
in part by the ones who told us that. Delivered in part by the ones who told us
We
that.
are the descendants of midnight marches, resources and abundance of truth and knowledge. We are heirs of concentrated faith, delivered in part by the ones who told us that we are a disgrace.
We are heirs of concentrated faith.
We are the descendants of midnight marches, resources and abundance of truth and knowledge. We are heirs of concentrated faith. We are heirs of concentrated faith.
We are heirs of concentrated faith.
We are heirs of concentrated faith. We are heirs of concentrated faith. We are heirs of concentrated faith.
James Marshall Douglas, William Steele, Ansel Davis, Malcolm X, Amanda Gore, George Floyd, Ma'Khia Bryant, Winston Smith, Dante Scott Heron, Rasheed Carter, Holiday, Jimi Hendrix, Marsha P. Johnson, Bob Marley, Medgar Evers, Viola Davis, Mickey Giovanni Jr., Huey Newton, Coretta Scott King, Mahalia Jackson, Franklin, Cash Sam Cooke, Stevie Jackson, Will Smith, Luther Vandross, Lonnie G. Johnson, Marie Ben Britton Brown, Angela Bassett, Charles Drew, Otis Boykin, Garrett Moore, Claudette Colvin, Ella Baker, Sister Daisy Bates, Diane Nash, Brooks, Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, Pretty Mary Jones, Spike Jones, Orlando Castillo, Joseph Tisha Blanche Galloway, Alice Clinton, John Davis, Marcus Garvey, Ida B. Wells, Lucy Parsons, Maya Angelou, culture, music, games, pains, jaded fates, contributions and appropriations, art, language, and innovations. Garrett Morgan. We are heirs of concentrated faith.
Baltimore Hills brought shame to the slain blood. They sought to get away to Lancaster Hills through thick woods, Christiana carbon names, protected by black and white arms, unified under Yankee skies, day or night, vigilant but in delight. Slave owners cast out to Philadelphia to go claim. Philadelphia to go claim. Claim they don't even know the game. Cause what they think is property is really humanity ready to stand. Come here or there, this is the other side of the Mason-Dixon, we ain't going anywhere. We are free, you can't control, you can't detest, we confess this is our land and we are not done yet. Newly freed, get informed. Ready in arms, they take a stance. This is the stuff of true heroism and romance. Did you know the story? Of the 40 that were tried for treason but remained free. Slave owner tried to grab and ended up 6 foot deep. It's those who came before who bore the brunt of pioneering, trial and error, determination, castration, domination, and soul-draining, non-sustaining circumstances. Felt that slavery was in the light to protect his and others' freedoms and would fight to bitter end. But triumphant he became, and here I am. It is a duty to fight to win. They went to Canada, left the States, met with Frederick Douglass in haste. John Wilkes Booth got inspired and conspired, and we know what then took place. Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, the first shots of the Civil War. Christiana, man and woman, took a stand to settle the score. We are free, we can't control, we can't detest, we confess, this is our land, and we are not done yet. This is a tale of caution for those who seek to control. The oppressed always rise up. This is a story that is a measure of the bold. We are free, we can't control, we can't detest, we confess, this is our land and we are not done yet. We are free, you can't control, you can't detest, we confess, this is our land and we are not done yet. All those who before us sought to educate and liberate are descendants of the American slave.
Because in the end, reviews are what matter. Not whether you told the lie or if I chose the latter. Because no matter what you say, how good you think you play your games, someone is always out there with the cheat code. High score matters not when at the end of the week, though, you're broke. Life isn't funny, but rent is a joke. Work your fingers to the bone with hopes that maybe, just maybe, you'll go to sleep feeling woke. Never again. Never again will I wake up and sin, for sin is just regret wrapped in some red ribbon so everyone else can see. Take a look and shoot down the one thing that they could never be, alive. Looking forward to anything other than that 36-minute drive, the one they take every day, knowing that nothing is ever gonna be okay, but there's food on the table. Wife is unstable. Husband unable, but ready to live in this fable, because their son deserves better than what once was. Not just a shack raided by police can't protect it with a gun, theirs are bigger. They love to sleep on the trigger and then cry wolf cause you won't get up. 10,000 shares on Facebook won't make up for what's got this country so fucked, silence the sheep. The only ones who can achieve the sweet release that is sleep are the ones who can't get out of bed. Shells of those who followed one man to the grave but can't seem to wake up dead no matter how hard they pretend to try. Everyone knows this life is a selection of perfectly packaged lies, and I can give you more than 13 reasons why likes on Instagram and retweets aren't the core. It's something about the people who won't get up and experience what's real, but still beg for something more. Moving forward only to even the score, but never to beat it. Trying like hell to come up humble when your own parents were so fucking conceited. Love language isn't on some Rosetta Stone, and even if it was, you won't catch me reading. I'm buried in a Harry Potter book because what I needed to know was that magic was real. And that maybe if the boy could wake up with a cursed scar and still heal, then I'd have a chance. Someone might ask me to the dance, and then we'd run. Out of the school, past the house, far away that this bitch's mouth stops being the third wheel in our relationship. But in reality, nothing works out the way you tell the quip. Save short and sweet for McDonald's fries in the passenger seat of that man's whip, the one who will stick you in a cage on purpose and call it a Freudian slip, but never to your face. And you know what? This is about race. It's about this place, because if the white man doesn't see color, it's because he wants you to look the same. Another pawn in one of those special edition Monopoly games, where straight to jail only happens for the ones who can't pay, and on most of a normal person's regular ass days when shit just can't seem to go their way, that's when they forget to put on a seatbelt. Or miss a red light. Because an officer of the law just wants to pick a fight to win. They'll try you again and again, especially when they don't consider you to be someone they know as a friend. Nepotism is the only way to get ahead, but then they tell you it must be nice even when you wed. Can't please an entire crowd. They only shout because you got too loud. They aren't actually listening. What you have to say is only apparent when you get in the way, so shh kid, be quiet, because today is not your day.
Breakfast programs community and unity with nurturing a future communal embrace, free clinics too, and food and a Panther's devotion. Throughout and through the struggles, this makes a healing, curing, persevering potion. The potion wasn't our wave, so we chose to swim. Then live in servitude, we chose to win.
Everything is everything. The skies, the water in my eyes, the way I dance, and the food I eat. Everything is one. Everything is me. I can be duality, I can be whole. Don't tell me who I am, don't even tell who I ain't. The features hide behind the lie, buried underneath my eyes. From stress they sank. The features hide behind the lie. The features hide behind the lie. Across the planks of news, fires, and foods, everything is whole. Everything is, but it ain't new. Everything is, but it ain't new. Everything is death, so everything is cool. Everything is fine, cause everything is life, but everything is cool, and everything is you. Give it to the one who needs love the most, cause you don't know what you will get in return. Trust the boat, wave and float. Being keen to the ones I favor to have around me, watching the body language, kind gestures, and mentality. Being in tune with source, the other can go without. To see the truth that lies within. I don't be caring about the sin, and everything is ended. And when the day turns to night, the stars will shine bright like the skies. Everything is life, everything is that intricate tapestry is woven with threads in the skies above, the waters below, and the reflections of the universe, reflections of the universe. Everything is everything. Intricate tapestry is woven with threads in the skies above. above, the waters below, and a reflection of the universe within my eyes, echo of cosmic melodies and sustenance I consume.
My dark skin, my dark eyes is not the opposite of humility. My DNA's been equipped with humility since the crack of the first whip in their attempt at killing the black in me. My ancestry, you keep testing me, wanting to see the flex in me. That's the Malcolm X in me. But even my silent protest incite violence. That's the Martin Luther King in me, and the slave songs is still singing.
They don't care about the looting. They don't care.
Unbold, not hateful. Inside, not shameful. Reshared ungratefulness, suspenseless, indirect neglect, homeless.
Slavery never ended, just evolved.
A nation needs change from my sublets. Unchain the mind frame of unclean, insane, deframed, incest at best, no less than duress, no less than confess. Ungood, not hood, I'm good, I stood, we stand, this land is ours, mine, their land, we built this nation so you can cause a sensation of degradation, constant compartmentalized frames of chained minds, dripped in capital, devoid of actual, the world is dying and we dying with it. This nation is corporate. Our price is rewarded with strife, heartache over heartache.
But we live in a country where we're constantly. What the fuck is freedom? Where the fuck is the land of freedom? I mean, is there a subscription plan?
When they call, I pack the groove. Cause we got work to do. Heartache over heartache, unafraid, not deframed. Unchained, not afraid. In my lane, I'm insane. To you, cause you won't move. When they call, I pack the groove.
Complain? Black man, now you acting like the victim. The diversity's messing up the system. Go to school, read a book, and only listen to Common Core depiction. Medicate non-compliance till they all conform to one complexion. Got conviction? Black man, go to church. Jesus will fix it. But even in the house of worship, the devil finds a way to slip in. The design is flawless. Prophets told us in the last day people would be lawless. The claws rent, retreating to vices, frustrated like this is what life is. This is a crisis.
Still being manipulated, brutally incarcerated, death by human nature, back with no autopsy papers. Someone being the hater, or the dumbest of it all, a piece of paper that the congregation of this world shoved down our throats. All to hold power through material manipulation. Surprise, material segregation. Enough to make your own people hate you. Why they laugh in our faces?
Boots on the ground, set your rules, pay your dues. Cause a mama lost her baby, only God can take me. Not just my choices, my voices can shape me. The world will hear it if we make it. Don't just hate it and debate it, be about it and come help change it. I know we will win. If we arm with knowledge and we can.
Bloodthirsty, lustful, ignorant, bitch ass shit. Bloodthirsty, lustful, ignorant, bitch ass shit. Slugs don't love us. Bloodthirsty, lustful, ignorant, bitch ass shit. Happy slugs don't love us. These politicians are bloodthirsty, lustful, ignorant, bitch ass shit. Bloodthirsty, lustful, ignorant, bitch ass shit. Happy thirsty slugs don't love us. These politicians dismiss us all.
The bloodthirsty, lustful, ignorant, bitch-ass, trigger-happy slugs with thugs don't love us. These politicians dismiss our cries and I'm tired of lies. I want a succession of professional neglection of our time. We spent building this nation to only get the shitty end of a recession. Don't feed us symbolism, we want tangibles. Accountability, transparency, no samples. The lies abided by cries, all bark, no bite. Our ancestors fought, we fight. The night long, we tight. We light fire, fuck the torch, we got wire. Fuck your noose, we got loose. Fuck the clan, we took a stand. This system, the colonization, manipulation, deep infiltration, constant lack of appreciation, steeped in degradation, perpetuation of concentration of this sick psychopathic situation. We want no parts or affiliation to your exploitation of people.
I am a revolutionist. I am a revolutionist.
I am a revolutionist.
Yeah, shout out to all the revolutionaries.
Circumstances, urban conservative.
Cause I talk heavy, I sat in my darkness, pretended in the light, cause I had lost sight. I dimmed my darkness and my light shined on others. Until I discovered my own, myself, my inner child needed help, and I came to my own rescue. You come into the world alone and die naked. Cause I talk heavy. I am a revolutionist cause I see the oppressed, dispossessed. I think about the oppressed, seek to uplift others and help them discover one another. I seek to uplift others and help them discover one another. I see myself in others, their history, discipline, missings of intellectual beings. I'm not my slave master spirit, the DNA missed my intention. My purpose is to unleash words that will unite the first of the generations meant to birth a new light. I know I am a revolutionist because I understand there is always work to do. I am a revolutionist because I see me through you. I am a revolutionist because I don't dismiss the rotten bigot seeking to abolish high melanated kin. Revolution is brought, not sought. The lines, your soul, third eye, you know. I am a revolutionist because I always will seek to constantly evolve and grow. Cause I talk heavy, I seek to uplift others and hope. I seek to uplift others and hope. Cause I talk heavy, I seek to uplift others and hope. I seek to uplift others and hope. Cause I talk heavy, Cause I talk heavy. Revolutionary. I am a revolutionist. The urban conservative. What does it mean to be a revolutionist? To be a revolutionist, what it means to me is somebody that is by any means necessary. You rise above the fear, you don't back down, and you stand on what you believe and you don't waver those beliefs, regardless of who you're going up against when it comes to your values and beliefs, that you stand on those beliefs. That's what a revolutionary is to me. We do anything by any means necessary to get that change, that direction that we're headed. Body cams, police killings. Shit, all you see on, Instagram, TikTok is trauma, is, fights. Basically just being indoctrinated to be desensitized to gruesome shit. And I feel that's where we're at because, I think about it even just in the last year, I remember seeing Khalil Assad's photo, which reminded me of Emmett Till. The only difference is they happen 50 years apart, right? But still the same result. No accountability, no really acknowledgement. So again, y'all tell me what has changed because it's the same shit, just a different year. Wrong is wrong, even if everyone is doing it. Right is right, even if no one is doing it. And that's where it came to a cross in the road, is because you have so many people still following behind that wrong because everyone is doing it and nobody is standing with the right because he's the only person standing. I talk heavy. Right. So, what does that make us? I talk heavy. It makes us chiefs. Urban conservative. I talk heavy. I seek to uplift others and hope. I seek to uplift others and hope. I talk heavy. Let's go.
I'm a revolutionary nigga with a revolutionary mind, doing revolutionary crimes on my revolutionary timing. I put my fist up, shout out Martin Luther, smoking Barracuda. We can get into it if you wanna do it. Ay. Revolutionary niggas, we some revolutionary niggas. Shorty named India, smoking on indica. We don't control me. Motherfucking shout out Martin Luther. Heard they looking for the revolutionary nigga. It ain't hard to find.
And be part of that quantity because I'm looking for quality. So I'd rather be alone than believe that when we know better, we do better. And until then, I'm going to keep on educating so that we can do better. I'm okay standing alone.
Dream culture. Be freed.
Give it up for circumstantial change! So you think your hands are clean, but baby, that is not reality. It's tie-dye. The blood was stained into your clothes before you put them on. Sharecropping, trafficking, debt peonage, convict leasing, black crows, eugenics, Tuskegee. Can we talk about Jim Crow? Each new incarnation of slavery had to match the new level of consumption of the white man. Each new level added of capitalism, of white patriarchal, colonizing corporate consuming layer has enslavement built in, whether you know it. To go forward, we must go back, at least for context, at least for understanding. There are millions of lives lost and we need to properly grieve. I need space to breathe. We don't want revenge. We want respect, compassion, and reparations. Racial wealth gap.
Whites on average have 8 times the wealth. That is a result of compounded investments and incentives to keep you thinking you did nothing wrong. And your hands are clean. Whether it was your grandparents and your great-grands that led my people for sport and took souvenirs, fingers, and ears, it was your people that laughed with glee at the sight of my ancestors' bodies. I feel like many of us suffer from PTSD, seething with pit. Let's talk about black migration from white KKK terror and torment, yet the blacks were deemed the criminals, and the blacks are deemed the criminals, and the blacks are deemed the criminals. It's 2022, and the blacks are deemed the criminals. The backs of the blacks are deemed the pivotals, yet we are the first expendables. Can we talk? This current system that makes you subliminally think that you were at the top was actually built by us with our free labor, and we were shut out from day one. We are still shut out. And all the problems you see with our communities are the proof that this system was built for the white man. And when you see young white 18-year-old men going to the nearest black populated era and murdering people for sport, for dominance, for the preservation of capitalism and the need to bear arms, is really an immense support, another fear and lack of courage. Can we talk?
Let's talk.
About reconciliation, about denial, about atonement. Because you inherited all the scum of capitalism and
They go without a plan. It's just their wish.
dog whistles, Ronald Reagan, the war on drugs, 94 crime bill, Martin Luther King Jr. was a socialist. White men trademarking Juneteenth says it all.
Except we have BLM commercials.
My friends are the kind friends. The kind but not so kind friends. My friends are the kind of friends that'll pick you up, go to a city council meeting about environmental racism. They're the kind of friends that are down to come with you to march the city streets of Philly for the lack of charges against killer cops. My friends are the kind of friends who stand on the front lines of rallies against killer corporate pipelines and lost wages and salaries. My friends are the kind of friends who start music labels with you in real time, go line for line about this fucked up system with bars for lost stars. My friends are the kind of friends who go line for line about the earth's destruction, humanity, wars, and how we need to eat better and lay off the coffee. My friends are the kind of friends who hold me accountable and validate. And don't get salty when I bruise with my words, but tell me when I'm being shitty. My friends understand my words are just the tip of the iceberg. My friends are the kind of friends down for the shits, 2 a.m. road trips to Akron. My friends go in with you and start a label. My friends are the kind of friends who don't get hung up on no labels. They get hung up on unstable practices of the few at the expense of many. My friends are with the shits and know a lot about, well, anything and plenty. My friends are the kind of friends with bars, the kind of friends with backyards with campfires that turn blue with a little fairy dust right out a bag and talk about the corporate takeovers and excess of housing for few. Long rides with people you actually call family. These friends aren't just friends, that's why they call family. My friends stand, but are fragile and gentle yet mighty with life, sharp with the tongue, passionate and with spite, cynical from systemic blight, crude from torment that turn to delight. My friends are the kind of friends that get me up out of bed and say, go stand with the people, we need to stand together, get up. My friends remind me I am no better than the ones that haven't learned. My friends are the kind of friends who sit with you and smoke a fat blunt and talk about corporate schemes, agendas, conspiracy theories, and lectures, documentaries about the things we do or don't need. Taste in fashion can be obscene, or turn eyes away, clothes I personally don't need. My friends were bullies or bullied, but have grown to understand you get wise or stay sleep. Last does not define you, only you can keep it alive. True. My friends make mistakes and own. My friends make mistakes and show the world how to make mistakes but own. My friends are the kind of friends who are and can be just as colorful as I can be and don't have a need to be center stage, just wanna be free, shine their light as they see fit to be however they feel in spirit to be. My friends are the kind of friends that are the kindest friends, the kind of friends I think all friends should be like my friends. My friends are the kind of friends I think everyone needs. My friends see the things at times I don't see. My friends hate the police. My friends shoot rounds for practice against the pigs and don't apologize for being black or brown or anything white say isn't right. My friends support black and trans rights. My friends are pro-black. My friends are healthcare is a human right. My friends are under attack. My friends are the kind of friends who nevertheless fight back. Friends are victors in their own stories, traumas, beauties, and overstanding. My friends don't always have the bigger hand, but still stand tall against the fears that manifest through frustrated tears. My friends overcome stalkers and rape and body issues, addictions, and painful situations to use as fuel to educate the next generations about how to face fears and not feel unsafe. My friends are the kind of friends who will find a way to make sure I ain't late. My friends eat avocado and have theories about the whereabouts of El Dorado, eat corn chips, bottle caps, and soda, and preach about the pros and cons of getting weed in Colorado. My friends are the kind of friends, the kindness of friends, the friends you don't want to fuck over, the kind of friends that are kindest of friends, the kind of friends you go to bat for, the kind of friends that will stand in front of you and take a bullet. My friends are the kind of friends if you lost, they come looking. The kind of friends that are the kindest of friends, the mindless won't win. The kind of friends I hold close to and share space. The kindest of friends that take mindfulness and transmute negatives and positives and strive to constantly be new. The kinds of friends that understand we are the one, and what happens to me happens to you. We are all sons, daughters, children from the son, mother, from the son, the mother. My friends love each other and understand that no one is above another, because my friends are the kindest of friends, the kind of friends that chant, I believe that we will win. The kind of friends that don't get hung up on no sin and loss of proximity to blood. Friends, the kindest of friends, the kindness will win. My friends are the kindest of friends, the kind of friends that see their privilege or lack of. And my friends listen and give back love. So my friends will feed you if you need. We all need to eat. My friends are the kind of friends who are kind to anyone who wants to be loved and shown love is what care is, how to feel, how to accept it. My friends are the kind of friends ready for more than a battle. I could go on, but my friends know they my family. I don't need to continue to tattle. But y'all get it. Some of these motherfuckers, by definition, are radical.
I ponder what brand of liquor is gonna numb the pain. A journal full of medications to damn the water that wants to rain. Masked by the handful, pharma tan around my face for when I shed light on my demons that keep me chained. For a moment, they scatter. But I am the cheddar to the rodent. I feed myself poison day by day to keep them at bay, unable to release on my watch as they eat me away. I become Swiss. See through but not seen wholly, I only leaked when filled. At least, that is what I forced myself to believe. My hands met so many times, pleading for the Creator to give me some peace of mind. Living a life you can't speak upon feelings and beliefs. Living a life you can't speak upon feelings and beliefs. Can't arise against the risen or you're under 6 feet. I still search for freedom. The freedom that Lincoln was speaking, the connection that Martin Luther was preaching. Yet I am told I am not a navigator through the wave that life creates. I am a cog in the machine, continuously led by captains who take bribes and enslaves to ensure that every step you take is made of quicksand. But I refuse to end my search for stability in this uneven society. Cause ground can be found in land can be made. We are blacksmiths. We are not castaways. We are the hammer that nails wood. To become homes. We are the lumber that provides warmth on this cold. We are the hope that the next day brings more through the taxes, through the codes we build, we forge, and we endure. Yet we barter ourselves to provide and feel what society deems as comfort. Trading time, pain, and sweat to receive fractions of that sacrifice, overlooking the comfort and worth within ourselves. Enslaved to false wealth, investing in distraction as we lose ourselves, relying on white history to teach the children instead of leading to ensure we have a better future. That doesn't end with colored jumpsuits and sewn numbers. Playing a game not knowing you're the one being played, like gladiators not knowing they in the Coliseum. Bodies carried away until the last man standing, unbeknownst. They still gonna be fed to a lion. But I will ensure that this ink and quill that the lion will sleep tonight. Let my words become the kitty nip
as I will use to change given, not as my burden, but my resource. Link by link, I saw a way until it becomes my ink. Through the curses, through the inaction, through the hate, until I'm shackled and able to turn what once imprisoned me to master keys. My will shall carry me. These iron weights like feathers till I unlock and ensure all is free to fly away alongside me.
Now it's us who's the rebels. Now it's us who's the rebels.
Diverse. How did hating me become such an ultimate goal? All because I'm not the color of my soul, but the color of your soul. They say hate only lies in the eyes of the consumer. I know you only talk to me because I have the same sense of humor. I see when you try to accept me, and that's good and fine. The difference is you hide your hood and I can't hide mine. Some people rather die first than be diverse. 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 Diverse. Dives on J. 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 Diverse. This on J. Diverse. Now I'm a hard worker and you and the others need me. Me. A color that hasn't been this needed since the first color TV. Is it racist? These things they say, but they never want to face it. Am I a thug? Could you put your hand out for a shake and I turn it into a hug? It must be prejudice. When you ask to touch my hair and I don't say yes to it. If you didn't mean it that way, then why you mention it? You hate when my people feel any level is special. Black lives matter to the new Confederates. Now it's us who's the rebels. Dives on J. Diverse. Dives on J. Diverse. Dives on J. Diverse. Dives on J. This on J. This on J. The rebels. The rebels. The rebels. Now it's us who's the rebels. I vent. All that wasted time spent. All we need to do is refresh our breath. And of course he missed what I meant. You'd rather hate me at my worst till you're in your hearse. It's crazy. Some people rather die first than be diverse. This on J. Now it's us who's the rebels. 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 This on J. This on J.
The pores run deep with memories ingrained in the DNA of stolen gold. Bloodlines mapped on the back of broken treaties, languages lynched and landlines erased, hushed to near cultural extinction. But we've remembered. The soil beneath their cities was not ever theirs. The bodies they buried beneath their progress was ours. We speak with tongues and speech scorned by empire, yet embrace it and evoke with such cadence, authenticity, and authority, reclaiming what is given as insult. Our syllables sharper and fuller than their wildest fantasies. As a result, flood me like the oceans they poison, like the forest they chopped for greed. Our rage feels ancient like 1,000-year trees. Our love is internally intertwined with resistance beating like a heart.
breathing the expressions of the oppressed. We will not ever stop breathing because we are defiantly blessed. Taino spirits weep from Puerto Rican government buildings. Katrina's fury washed away the illusion of freedom with an illusion of healing. Hawaii is not a postcard, it's a colony, a bleeding paradise for extraction and elite satisfaction in real estate, forming a new separate class. Desperation feeding insidious hate, with its volcanoes screaming louder than their tourist ads. What they call the Middle East is not your proxy war playground, not your bucket of crabs. And its people burn with a fire of revolution, better watch your knuckles. What they fear is truth. What they fear is no fear in us. History filled with blood-soaked lies. DC monuments call them tombstones for justice, symbols of bribes. The city of wolves disguised as patriots, but the global south is sharpening its teeth. Called us savages, stole our gods' math practices, structures, and systems, and called us illegal when we crossed lines they invented out of conquistador divisions. Called us illegal as they crossed into our kingdoms with bullets. Called us inferior while they learned from us what they on their own couldn't. Now we stand one foot in the ashes of their empires, the other foot on the necks of their deceit. Eric Snowden speaks. True. Greta Thunberg roars against the machines devouring and disrespecting the earth. James Baldwin spoke our pain, and Malcolm X took our scars and made them swords. Angela Asata waged revolutionary wars. Martin walked and talked of unity for all, and Marsha fought in hills and streets around Stonewall. In the streets of Ferguson, Akron, Philly, and Minneapolis, all the colonies of the so-called land of the free declare unity to fight against the machine. So hear these words, listen closely to this call. In every boardroom, every mansion, every fortress of white supremacy, Zionism, and bigotry, we are the many nations of cultures and ethnicities bound by a common fire. Pain is finite because we were backed by a power that's higher. The colonizer's time is borrowed. The walls crack, the flags will fall in the same manner they were stacked. Every year lashed and lynched and stamped and stacked and thrown overboard. Every time we were overlooked and not heard. Every wound they carved and branded into this earth is every seed we will plant for rebellion, because this isn't just our fight. This is an inheritance, and we will fight to protect it. With pens, with fists, with brains, with truth, with knowledge and action smarter than their lies and more overt than their disguises. We breathe for the ones forgotten, move for the ones silenced, and avenge for the ancestors who suffered from empire's toxins. We came to collect through knowledge, through love, through compassion. We came to demand respect. It's the new currency. As we take back our dignity, learning the land, learning who we could come to be, we came to collect. The debt is heavy. Decades of decaying torment, devious lies, insidious family ties, and structures meant to optimize a type and leave others awry. But I digress. We came to collect. We are music, culture, and art. And we do so much, yet we control so few parts. Though I feel the tides can change still if we collect our collective capabilities, our acknowledgement of unity and culture and inheritance of history. No matter how rigged the climb, we have a legacy. Better buck up and rise. We came to collect. In time, the stacks will climb. Connect with the past, connect with your present. Be present, show presence. Build faith in authentic connections that build and breed community and connectivity. Help keep our communities alive. I just like to speak beautiful things into existence. Because every place has to have a start, right? So connect the parts of you that remind you you have an infinite amount of love in your heart.
QAnon, my futon, fold it up and smoke it. Transgression of progression of a war we ain't asked for. Transgression of progression of a war we ain't asked for. Transgression of progression of a war we ain't asked for.
The urban conservative.
Circumstantial. They forget they were bred and made to be slaves, not like us, but quite like us. Made to disgust and lost in the dust. Slave to the system, slave mentality. Calling fact fiction can't make sense of reality. Ain't even worth a mention. QAnon, my futon, fold it up and smoke it. Transgression or progression of a war we ain't asked for. You seek attention from those you won't come nowhere near. And say, come to your town. You ain't got shit but your beard. And hate can't tell gay from straight. And hate the next cause you choose not to debate. Get irate cause the system, but get irate cause the system, but get irate cause the system takes.
Urban conservative. We'll try that in the hood. 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 We'll try that. Being black and walking on the sidewalk, kidnapped at a red light. Owner of the liquor store pulled a gun because I had my hood up. They think it's cool. Well, I act like a racist if you like. Cop cusses me out and spits in my face, stomping on my First and Fourth Amendment rights and gaslighting me up. Yeah, you think you're tough. Yeah, you think you're tough. Well, try that in the hood. See how far you make it down the street. Around here, we take care of our village. You cross that line, it won't take long. You can fuck around and find out. I recommend you don't. Try that in the hood. Got a gun the government gave me. They say one day they're gonna clean up the police department. Cause the shit they pull. We'll try that in the hood. We'll try that in the hood. We'll try that. Fly in the small town. Good luck. Try that in the big city. See how far you make it down the street. Around here, take care of our village. Cross that line, it won't take long for you to fuck around and find out. I recommend you don't. Try that in the hood. Full of thugs and so-called gangs, raised to fight for what's right.
But blame us, not even knowing you're the reason we're all in this place. Motherfuckers want history erased, cause they know how fucked up they were and still are. The scars are still here, stoking the flames of fires from lynching that have yet to die down and go away. Not when Trump worshippers and Nazis, white supremacists and racists keep teaching to hate. It's up to us to counter the debates. We gotta learn, we gotta take. Respect is earned.
If you're looking for a fight, try that in the big city. Try that in the hood. Try that in the big city. See how far you make it down the street. Around here, we take care of our own. You cross that line, it won't take long for you to fuck around and find out. I recommend you don't. Try that in the big city. Try that in the big city. Ooh. Try that in the big city. You cross that line, it won't take long for you to fuck around, find out. Tired of being patient. Tired of being your target. Tired of being oppressed. Tired of being misunderstood. Tired of having innocent black lives taken with no cause. Pain starts now. Pain starts now. Pain starts now. Try that in a big city. Try that in a big city.
We ain't worried about y'all, y'all worry about us.
We'll try that in the hood. We'll try that in the
I wonder where nightmares arise from decades and centuries of lust, abuse, and disgust. Y'all worry about us cause you know what you've done. You know what you do. Fuck those subliminals, y'all racist, just say it, own it, call it what it is. Fuck your small town enemy.
We'll try that in the hood. 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 Urban conservative.
We got something to fight for. We don't want revenge. We want equity. We want equality and more. We want equity. We want equity. We want equity and more.
I kind of forget it, so I want you to tell me the story now again.
So back in the day, Ford was the only motor company. Ford had two other companies before it became Ford.
Right.
Cadillac was one of them. Cadillac got bought out, and when the Great Depression hit, everyone's money was in banks except for black people because no one wanted to have the black people's money.
Come on now.
But so Cadillac saved, because they're about to go bankrupt. They saved their company by being the first car company to offer integrated sales. They were the first car company to offer their cars to black people. And the black people, since they had the money, bought them motherfuckers up. Which I think is awesome. And I don't think that's highlighted enough too, because like that became a whole stereotype for a whole generation.
Right.
I never wanted a Cadillac because of that.
I kind of always, it's funny because I always wanted a Cadillac because my grandpa would fix up Cadillacs and sell them. My grandmom always had a Cadillac, so I always rode in them. So for me, it was something of a sense of a rite of passage, so to speak, and especially in the 80s and 70s, 80s, and 90s. But it also gets me thinking about a lot of the stereotypes that we may have are rooted in historical value and they came from somewhere, like hush puppies.
Yeah, fucking hush puppies are just leftover fucking shit from that we were given.
The hush puppies were given to the dogs to keep them from alerting the slave masters that we were in the vicinity, right? Or to keep them hushed.
They were dog treats.
There's another one I'm thinking of.
The watermelon one was the only thing that we were able to sell. That's the one I heard.
Butter pecan ice cream. We were not allowed as black people to eat vanilla ice cream until the 60s. Before that, we were forbidden from eating vanilla ice cream except for 4th of July. We were able to eat vanilla ice cream on 4th of July. And so you know what we did? We took vanilla ice cream, some butter, and some pecans and mixed it together because they didn't penalize us for eating that. So that's why so many black people eat butter pecan ice cream. You know why else? Black people tend to like their food cooked thoroughly and well done because slave masters would give us rotten meat. And to make sure that we could consume it right, we cooked it all the way through, cut thoroughly.
Same thing with the chitlins and the pig's feet and everything else. All the shit that they didn't eat, we forced ourselves to eat and make it taste good. That's why black people are known for seasoning. Because they can make anything taste good.
That's another big part of it too.
You ever seen the
season things now?
No,
because I want to see that movie.
Why? I've been wanting to see that movie. I'm the same way, but I've been wanting to see that movie because
I'm not going to get no intro for this joint because I'm still reeling and dealing with the fact that he gone. So I'm just going to go in. Today we mourn. Nah, hold up. We mourn, yet celebrate the loss of yet another great. A legend in his own and our time. The fact that he's gone, I'm trying not to let it make me lose my mind. Up in here, cause ain't nothing but memories and tears. Sadness and memories and an appreciation of what your music did for me. Young adult in the late 90s while Puff was rocking suits too shiny. You put on for the cats in the trenches living grimy. Told the world is dark and hell is hot. Then stopped, dropped, and opened up shop at the #1 spot. First album, multi-plat, this is fact. Put New York and the streets on his back. Then the beast came through and Belly showed the world he could act. We lost Pac and Biggie. As a culture, we was needy. We couldn't get enough. We couldn't stop being greedy. We couldn't wait for what was next. So he gave us flesh of my flesh, blood of my blood, the praise of a thug. We paid attention and listened, telling us the whole time about how you was slipping. Yet and still you shook up the game again. And didn't have to make a deal with a devil named Damien to get the fame again, cause it was rightfully yours. Rocking whole stadiums, selling out tours. When everybody was blinging and backing that ass up, yapping about drugs and sex. When the smoke cleared, then there was X. 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 Now we gotta deal with this Great Depression because the world is lost, another legend. And I know he's flying high, even in death. His soul's at rest, but his music is eternal as time's last breath. We ride or die forever, thankful for what you gave us. This piece is dedicated to you, who will forever remain in our prayers. Rest in peace, X. Then there was 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 X.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the white corner, standing at 6'3" and weighing 168
To the
pounds.
greatest. The double greatest? Yeah, the double greatest. To the greatest. On a good day, I'm invincible, unkillable. I'm Cassius Clay on a good day. I've challenged volcanoes and I've come out on top. I swept out the trash and then I picked up a mop and I mopped up the rest. I'm a tributary of greatness. Oh yes, I flow with the best. Matter of fact, I'm the river, a whole ocean at that. My mass is too massive. I bear this mantle with grace. I move cities and countries. I'm a tectonic plate. And I'm a gentleman. Oh yes, I've heard that review. Usually the one that has scholar tacked on the end of it too. I move women, I move men, and I move neither of the two. You're gonna love me when you meet me. When I grin, it's just like gold. I've even had people say I love you when I got them in a sleeper hold. I've been around the world, been both far and wide, charmed every gal I've ever met. These gorgeous gals, you know the group, the kind stooges never get. And if there's one I haven't charmed, well, I just haven't met her yet. Because I'm funny, I'm humorous. Oh yes, that's a bone beneath your biceps. That's a pun, I made a jest. And I'm educational and sensitive. I listen when grandmas talk about they grand. And when I say a little, when they ask me about my plans, they sit back and smile wisely, nodding. Now that's a bright young man. And I am brilliant. I'm brighter than the North Star. And I got a good memory too. I don't even have to write this line down. I'm entertaining. I tell jokes 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 minutes long. And I'll have them hanging word by word. And when I've got them snared, oh, I'm prepared. My delivery deadpan. Man, you gotta see the laughs I stand when I say extractor fan. See, that's a punchline. Do you dig? I live them day by day. They stand up and say, hey, this guy's a gas. I've gotta laugh and I've made another fan. See, alls I gotta do is meet them, dude. That's alls I gotta do. That's the business plan. I'm a businessman. Yeah, we'll make a little moolah too. We'll run the whole zoo, put my face up on it too. I can't think of a better design. Well, maybe just on my smile, like if the Cheshire Cat had just a little bit of style. So we'll put up my grin. Oh man, what a win. I'm the best looking guy by a mile. So I'll tell you again, I might say it twice, 'cause you'll never hear it as mellow from any other fellow who's half as amazing as nice. See, I've challenged the heavens and I've come out on top. I climbed up past Everest, never put a thought to my stop. So you best not be trying to stop me. Yes, you best try to stay out my way. See, I'm invincible, I'm unkillable. Cassius Clay on a good day. Cheshire Lion, more like a...
All things are duality, a complexity of nature balanced in both nuance and grandeur. All things decompose to be reborn, continuing the greater cycles. Well, except for maybe McDonald's Filet-O-Fish, which is immortal, the elixir of life, emperors drinking mercury, nobles drinking gold, Gilgamesh and now the valley. What do you hope to find in this consumption? Happiness? But what the fuck is happiness? Happy is just a Happy Meal sold to you by a creepy clown to encourage mass consumption to elicit mass production. What the fuck is the GDP? Gross domestic product? According to the numbers, the government doesn't distinguish between the increase in home remodels due to extra cash flow and the necessary reconstruction due to hurricane damage. Gross is right. I'm supposed to be happy, you say? What the fuck is happiness anyway? I know joy, excitement, contentment, and comfort. I know raging anger that only covers up the gaping wound of grief and hopelessness. What the fuck is happiness? The 13th Amendment supposedly does away with slavery without issue, but okays forced labor by way of prisons, slavery Mach 2, or is it 3? So much for being free. The same plantation dirt now tilled by the same bodies from which blood once spilled, or continues to spill. So much for free will. So tell me, how does that tomato taste? What taste does it put in your mouth? Does it taste like happiness to you, or is it the flavor of the karmic dollar menu? Does happiness taste like a plastic hunk of junk served with genetically identical potatoes? Don't forget your bloody tomatoes. And fish, even the maggots won't touch. What is happiness? It's a lie we're told to chase to somehow feel okay. A crucial affectation when really it's just an excuse to increase GDP. The gross, destructive profanation. But all things are duality, a complexity of nature balanced in both nuance and grandeur. Holding complexity is walking through my city, reimagining the food system, how to grow the food that helps people grow, their minds flexible, their bodies sturdy, while being grounded in the reality that sometimes the most nutritious element of someone's diet are the beans in a Taco Bell burrito, and having no judgment towards that. But nuance is more than a binary. It's also holding food in my own hands, shoving it in my face like I'm in a growth spurt, with my cheesy gordita shame dripping down the front of my shirt.
No defense. No defense. No defense. No defense.
Circumstantial saint.
No
Circumstantial.
No defense.
Circumstantial.
No defense.
Circumstantial. Circumstantial. Where's the hello? Where's the conscience? Where's the anything? Instead of this self-righteous nonsense.
No defense. No defense.
Battered and confused. The bar is set low when you're brown. There's different rules. Pigs get the power and the power to abuse. Snowy grounds, cold frost, hot, steamy, but steamy pursuit. Cigarette lit, cause I gotta take pause and prepare. Cause the heavens know who would likely take the hit, who would likely take the blame, who is in line of aim. A priority detected, a senseless selection, a desperate aggression. A king rules from the heavens, shining through knowledge and truth, standing on royal fusing of justice for the few, ridiculed by the pale terrorists bent on genocidal obsession, rooted in fear of neglection and abandonment, fueled by nightmares of ancestors, jealousy. With royalty, true royalty, they'll die, bleed.
No defense. No defense. No defense. No defense. No defense. No defense. No defense.
Standing on royal fusing of justice for the few, ridiculed by the pale terrorists.
In the quiet corners of Akron, Ohio, where snowflakes fall and sorrows abound, a whispered name, Muhammad Issafain, grace. In memories embrace, we find our place. Two officers, Ray and Akers, stand tall in Summit County's embrace. They recall a fate that twisted, turned, and spun as the life was extinguished beneath the winter's sun. Muhammad Issafain, his spirit endured. In the hearts of loved ones, his memory assured. A sympathy of joy, a sigh of pain. In their heart, forever, his presence remained.
No defense. 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 No defense.
Beneath December snow, a somber day, nature mourned in its silent way. For a life taken too soon under the moon's gentle glow, and Akron's heart, his legacy continues to grow.
No defense. No defense.
As seasons change and days pass on, in Akron, Ohio, life's rhythm redrawn. Yet in the echoes of winter's frosty hand, Muhammad Issafain's name forever stands.
What has changed? In 2022, police killed more black people than any other year.
It's time to bring Black Wall Street back.
With the war on drugs, culture, corporate interest, culture, the amount of followers, and the bank accounts of some of these activists.
Color being hunted. That freedom ring is
Tyree Nichols' death to young black men. And literally nothing has changed. Police departments are fully funded. Anybody, that's easy. We do that 365 days a year. On leap year, we do it 366.
only thing that changed were the change. 6 times 5 plus 9.
Riot is a language of the unheard. It is a language of the poverty. It is an outward expression of aggression and microaggressions and pain that has been festering, and people have had enough. Don't you speak for other people when you don't know other people's experiences and you haven't lived it, because you won't step outside of your fucking development and your little bubble that you live in. You want to talk all the shit you want, have the opinion that you want, but step a foot in my shoes and understand what I've been through. When you see the kind of things that people actually do destroy, they destroy corporate places. They destroy things that they're upset at and angry at. They destroy corporate America. And the things that they do loot are necessities and basic items that they need, like toilet paper and laundry detergent.
Anybody, that's easy. We do that 365 days a year. On leap year, we do it 366.
We get looted by the government every day, and that's
Everybody.
Like, I just want to say to like all the people, a lot of the people who say looting's bad, and like, what happens when you get looted from your taxes every single day of your life working and supporting this, being forced to support the system?
Don't owe you nothing. I don't need no apology. I just need my serenity. I don't owe you nothing. No apology. I don't need your sympathy. Yeah. I don't owe you.
Just driving, now it's hands where we can see it. I was just driving, now it's hands where we can see it. I was just driving, now it's hands where we can see it. I was just driving, now it's hands where we can see him. Even in blackface, I'm not black enough. Fuck that. Matter of fact, I'm so black, I spell black without the C. I'm so black, my smile's the last thing you'll see the night I die. I line all my hoodies with my last will and testament. The fact that I still run at night is testament to my will. I don't think that's what they meant when they said looks can't kill, but that's just another colonial colloquialism. Cause every black man knows it takes less than a look to end up on the wrong side of a bullet. Or they take a pride for a ride and try to make you feel less than a man. I was 19 years old when I was arrested for less than a gram. Fun fact, I'm 5'10", 210. My official police report says I'm 6'2", 220. Ask me why. I think we all know why. How can I be a 10-point buck and a grizzly bear at the same time? I don't think y'all understand the scope of the contradiction. Hunting season's never over, always looking over your shoulder. Hunting season's never over, always looking over your shoulder. Even in blackface, I'm not black enough. Even in blackface, I'm not black enough. Even in blackface, I'm not black enough. Blackface, I'm not blackface, I'm not blackface, I'm not blackface, I'm not black enough. Black queen raised a black man, just smile on his face with period blood and says welcome to the menstrual cycle. My favorite Kevin Hart special is laugh at my pain, and I can still taste the pain on my lips. With power to that pain, welcome to the kings of comedy. Black queen raised a black man. Paul Mooney said always keep him laughing. He also said Wayne Brady isn't black. Kettle meat teapot, argue over whose heat's heat hot. Welcome to the black conundrum. Take your pride, divided by danger, multiplied by the coefficient of attitude, and just for the variable of how many times you fuck with that day. Charming, soft teddy bears always make it home at night. The black women don't seek comfort and softness. And this bear's been poked one too many times. I was just driving, now it's hands where we can see him. Hands where we can see him. Is this your definition of freedom? And as I feel the blood course through my veins, all I can hear my brain scream is, fuck your pride, I need you to be the last lion. Mother Medusa's a stone face, she ain't got time for the crying. You're a sunrise addict, you ain't got time for the dying. You see the natural locks, the last exhumated sons of Zion. I used to think I was the one like Neo, or more the Morpheus type. I women don't seek comfort in. 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 Don't seek. Even in blackface, I'm not black enough. Fuck that. Fuck that. But again, fuck that. But again, fuck that. But again, fuck that. But again, even in blackface, I'm not black enough. 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 Face, I'm not black enough. Black enough. Black enough. Black enough.
I don't owe you. I don't owe you. I don't owe you nothing. I don't owe you nothing.
See the natural locks, last excommunicated son of Zion. Communicated son of Zion. Communicated son of Zion. Communicated son of Zion. I used to think I was the one like Neo, more the Morpheus type. Only have one question left. You think that's air you're breathing? If the answer is yes, I need you to fight to your last fucking breath. Oh. Do it again.
Hey, whoa. Everybody. Look, whoa. This is what I call a stand. Do you understand why we take a knee? We in lands where we free, but freedom has to pay a price. Free man can't just get away, he need to touch the sun. Do a jumping jack, give his only son. Before he leave, master, he ain't sure he done. Didn't kill slavery, the 13th only made it worse. Out here killing slaves, in broad day we hanging. Yeah. Bad coming, jumping over, running halls, wasting feet. Ghetto nigga doing ghetto shit. I blame Reagan for that shit. We need money, we need equity, they paying for our kids. Color crack white, but the usually black. I wonder why that is. Gave us crack, and we handed out a break. I blame Reagan for that shit. I blame Biden for that shit. 3 strikes, and my fellas get a hit. Government told us we the ones that's gonna be rich. Working with conscience, we all gonna be lit. No face, no case, Fed gave me this. Straight from Mr. President, is worrisome, I wish it didn't exist. Kill Hampton cause he gave us meals. Asked out Malcolm cause they didn't want us real. Luther gone cause his dream turned to nightmares. His Nika light mill, told me what I should feel. Wow. And I blame Reagan for that shit. Don't even tell me stop. Why? I blame Reagan for that shit. Don't even tell me stop. Why? I'm in there. Don't even think he'll hit it cause he told me with my guys together. Know what's going on, we all together. Put my fists inside the sky. I'm the blackest sheep, blacker than you ever be. Know what's going on, I'm still black after whitewashing me. They don't try to do a lot, but I'm still ballin' for like
To those who came before, who bore the brunt of pioneering, trial and error, determination, castration, domination, and soul-draining, non-sustaining circumstances, your hard work doesn't go unnoticed, and we will carry the torch. Ezekiel Thompson, an ancestor of mine, fought back slave owners and the like to protect his and others' freedoms and would fight till bitter end. But triumphant he became, and here I am. It is a duty to fight to win. It is a duty to fight and win. This is dedicated to Mr. Thompson and all those who before us sought to educate and liberate all descendants of the American enslaved. Black history is all our history.
In 1963, there was a struggle in Birmingham, Alabama.
Black history to me, the sagas here are never ending. Epics wild, spanning eons, shadows and lights from ancestors' whispers to echoes of resilience from ties. Through the middle passage, through tumultuous seas on devil ships, roots pulled from soils but unity was seized. Black Panthers emerged and urban jungles they tread. This raised in defiance, this is where justice has bled. Through pain, tears, policies, and systemic control lies truths if you know how to think and hold your own. Huey the architect, no one can mourn. Manifesto of empowerment, new revolutionaries born. White man's land, we built it. The plan, we weren't included in it. Just meant to build and die, that's why we were bred domestically. No right given till after that summer that they made us bleed. Post of Oakland 66 to the stand. Self-defense proclaimed, radical reprimand. Freedom schools blossom knowledge as shields against systemic oppression. Come join and rain down on the field. Angela's intellect, a lioness, she roars. Pursuit of justice, unlock closed doors. Shadows loom, COINTELPRO's deceit. Foes are discreet, betrayal and turmoil in a beautiful affair. In the Panther's den, now challengers
we bear. Black history is triumph, black history is resilience. Our emotion, beautiful black hair, melanin bonds the kin. Black history comes from within. We create, don't let them erase, go debate. Stand your ground, live in truth, know your crown is within you. The spirit of Malcolm, heart like Martin, sass like Baldwin, words like Maya. Langston was a hero, Ali was fire. What could have been if Cook got to live and be allowed to win? Michael Ye and Prince can't own shit without the double standards and mental health narratives. Edgar's Tubman, Kwame, DeGracie, Tyson. CNN said Mark Lamont Hill was lying, but real knows real and real is truth. The system is rigged against me and you. Ocean, the devil's punch bowl in Mississippi, Tuskegee. Memories, white flight, war on drugs, history in plain sight. CRT bannings usher echo times where fights and tries and lies and more lies, and we still stand up and fight. But now the other silhouette, they fade into past nights. We gonna be alright, cause those before us, their legacy endures, and it's quite a powerful kind of sight. So we stay tight in freedom's pursuit, in a Panther spirit, infinitely acute.
Black history to me means coming in midstream, in media respect to the struggle. Diaspora brothers finding each other alive on a dime every time when they ride with their lives on the line to arrive at the assembly line. Still exploited for labor, there's no savior. Just another guy working to understand how it's still a white man's land when there's just so many that could be part of the plan. It's not imaginary. MLK's funerary. I really think that Malcolm X said by any means necessary. But I'm also led by Tubman and Angelou, Gorman, Ta-Nehisi Coates, and John Brown. Sunrise to a dark town. It's a history so filthy they gotta call it brown so they can erase the bombings. Just move on as they illegalize Ebonics and take away the chronic so they can keep pumping the smog in. A plague sin, I'm sad to say, worse than bubonic. Black history is occasionally towns you gotta dive to see because they are drowned. Black history can be a lack of it in the history books because it's the official story that gets written down and not the tale of the oppressed. Black history is a process. It's adopted, and that's throwing no shade. It's what you gotta do for the fam or the squad when dad's locked away. Black history is making history. And I will climb the mountaintops and sing. Sing with me, brothers, sisters, others. Climb high and sing. From sea to shining sea, let freedom fucking ring.
His roots are the foundation and you can't tell us anything.
Reflection ain't nothing but the inner child trying to see you. You gonna look? You gonna pick up that book? Self-reflection. Give me another lesson. Growth and strife. Line stripes in life minds. Get high. Cause it may only be for this. What they say? Time. Don't forget you have sight, insight. Get high off the truth, seek the root. Feel the flame within you, seek the fruit. Give the boot to the ones licking the boot.
How can I stand out even in a crowded space? A vibrant display of distinctiveness, a unique tale of trace. Reflecting on my identity, my soul starts to understand the allure of this divergence, a unique orchestration so grand. It's not the similarity, but the differences that bring illumination. Like a lone star shining brightly in the dark constellation. So now, within my mirror, I cease to wonder why. Instead, I honor the divergence under the expansive sky.
Self-reflection. 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 I see myself. I see my scars. I see my heart. I see it all. Reflect on the yards, the scars, the backyards you crawled through when you was young and on guard. Reflect on your journey, the all, the falls and triumphs, givings and takings. It's all making you reflect. Reflect all that I be. I hold truth. I hold space for me. And some for you. I set boundaries and respect boundaries. Reflect all that I be. Reflect so I can see. Yeah. Circumstantial.
self-realization. Yeah.
And I want to talk about that too, because that's it speaks to the fact that even us, because we're products of the colonizers, the Europeans, we're their descendants, right? Africa is a continent with different races and ethnicities and cultures, but we lump them all into one people. Asians fought wars, Europeans fought wars against each other. Europeans enslaved each other. But when we look at Africans, we're like, oh, y'all sold each other out. No, they didn't. They were different. They're different races. They look at each other as different races.
Yeah, they were different.
Colonizers came in, they all grouped them as one. They looked at them as the same. So again, we're descendants of them. So we look at them as all the same. But a whole continent, like, that's like saying, oh, Mexicans sold out America. Mexicans sold Americans to slavery. It doesn't hold the same weight, because we take Mexico and America and they're two different, like, separate things in our mind. And we take Africa and throw it into one thing, but it's like, it's not. And I think that's what people tend to forget is, like, Black people are so different all across the fucking world. There's a commonality that binds us, yes, but there's all different kinds of Black people. And not all Black people think the same or see the same, and it shows the beauty in the human race, but like the beauty within our community too, that has been made to be our enemy or pitted against us instead of us seeing the beauty in it. It's like white people or Asian. The differences in them people highlight, but when it comes to different Black people, we're pitted against each other to say, like, who's better? Jamaicans, oh, the Nigerians come here and they think they're better than us. No, can we all just start from scratch?
So I thought I sent it to you, but I had to find it. But freaking this lady went super in depth on like DNA and found out that like all of us are actually just like fourth or fifth cousins from each other. And she did it like around the president. And
they're all related.
Yeah, they're all related.
Except,
like less like 5 of them. All the presidents are related.
So it may be a conspiracy theory, but I truly believe. They led, they did. Strong minds move in silence till the time arises. Quick and light with no disguises. Civil rights movement ended silence. Mourning the dead. Now got fed. The Fed, Reverend Sharp made the bed. Huey Newton silenced in bed. Closed mouths don't get fed. Breakfast programs and school lunches. Black Lives Matter and fight the power. 2020 feels like yesterday when you knee deep in the movement every fucking hour. This trip has been a hard one, but I'll take it again. No better teacher in the world than taking the life I live. I love hard. I play right. I keep my dignity and morals in sight. Future sight, brain seeds soft but tight. Comfy in my skin, sitting in delight. Black boy joy. Black man frolicking through the woods. Black man frolicking through the woods. Black man, black boy joy, frolicking through the woods. All right, let me get serious real quick. It's Black History. I'm gonna get serious real quick, all right? The bed of Zachariah Walker. Burned in prison in pain, crossed the mills, cold waters. Real no name, burned the cross.
Pennsylvania pain, double blame. No accountability, say the motherfucking names. Jasmine Tucker, Big Shoot Cold Hustle. Foot soldiers carry muzzles. Rasheed Carter still screams. Ricardo Munoz's pain rings through me. Conscious revolutionaries, time to sing. Time has come to set the land of the free. Time has come to set the land of the free. Time has come to set the land of the free. Freedom come strap on the boots. Time has come to set the land of the free. Freedom come strap on the boots. My name was Rasheed. A name they'll speak in rooms filled with whispers and regret. Cause missing black man's stories are filled with neglect. I was just a man, son, father, hard worker chasing the American dream. Walking the earth with nothing but the weight of my pride and respect for others. Until Mississippi soil was used as a cover. They'll say I was afraid, and in that moment maybe they were right. Cause fear crackled through my bones that October day and night. When shadows grew claws, and the air thickened with the threats. The world tilted and I felt the dread rumble through me from being hunted and fed. Black man out for work in a small white town. I ran from torches to seek help. But the badge took a pass. The store clerk never asked. Black skin in the wrong place. But my place was anywhere but where I chose to be. I told them, I'm being followed. I said to my family on the other side of the phone, I prayed for safety till they came. Through woods and dank air I ran. Through woods and dank air I ran, hands trembling, phone dead. Dank air I ran. Through woods and the dank air I ran, hands trembling and phone dead. Heart was pounding like the drumbeat of my ancestors, but they were wolves, hunting. Their eyes grinned with intent they didn't bother to hide. In their eyes, I saw the history of colonial empires, chains, rope, and fire. And me, a fragment of their unfinished cruelty. The sun rose, and so did the lives. Missing, they said. I was more than missing. I was a son ripped from his mother's arms, a father stolen from his child's embrace. I was a black man, and that, to them, was enough. When they found me, I was scattered. A puzzle they thought couldn't speak. But my pieces screamed justice, screamed unfinished dreams, screamed generations of pain, screamed Rasheed. They hoped my silence would bury their sins. They hoped the badge would cover their sins. But Mama knew. Broke through the static of falsehood. Her tears watered the earth where they left me. Her faith, a flame that no storm could extinguish. God got me. I know my boy, she said. And her knowing was my armor. And her truth was my resurrection. tell my story. Say my name in the same vein as Emmett Till, George, Ahmaud. Do not let the wolves feast on my memory. Do not let their lies define my legacy. For in this struggle, I remain. A caged bird whose song still rises. A son who calls for justice beyond the veil. Will you hear me? Will you hear? Can you see me? Can you see? Will you see me? Will you see me? Will I be another name? Swallowed by supremacy. Ingrained in history. Badge with 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 badge with. Until the Mississippi soil was.
The way I feel about Jasmine, I'm angry, I'm pissed, I'm hurt. As a mother, I cannot imagine what his mother is going through. But one thing I can say is that she is one strong as woman. She has a spirit that I would not have been able to have if it was my child. So I give all respect to that mom. But when I went to his funeral and I seen his lifeless body laying in that casket, and I seen his brother Amir dressed just like him. He has a lot to be able to carry. The whole situation is just fucked up. I wish that they can just have justice as what we are demanding, and we're being slapped in the fucking face once again by the city of Akron, APD, FOP. We had an event planned, and they want to have APD as our security and make the mom pay, yo. Make the mom pay to have APD being at our event to hear about the story of Jasmine, to hear how he was, to hear how inspirational this young man who was only 15 that was killed by APD. I just don't know what else to say or do because this is redundant, like totally redundant on how we constantly being slapped in the face by so-called motherfucking mayor. I don't call him no fucking mayor. He's the fucking daggone short-ass motherfucker, bitch-ass nigga, whatever you want to call him. He's a bitch. Then to sit up here and be slapped in the face by other council members that does not support us, but they support FOP. They got this undercover bullshit going on and this pack going on, and it's still killing our kids off and everything else. So yeah, that's how I feel. I'm just hurt and justice for Jasmine.
Reality hides behind tired eyes. Everything taken but essence and soul and faith and perseverance. Enough to make another day. Though cold and wrong, here we are today. Soul catching. Soul catching, light, lines, wires, wise. Now it's time. We are in dire. Ancestors weep, we dance. Whose chance? Ashe. In us is power of circumstance. The rope is in need of security, and coons and capitalists want to emulate royalty, not knowing you exude from within. And where are our leaders? Who are our kin? Who can we trust when we can't no more, no longer trust within? Distracted, distraught, and black and caught, look back and learn, understand and earn. The blood and criticism, lack of knowledge, yearning for all this shit to be abolished comes from a place in history, places they no longer teach. You got to research and read, pass it along so we can all learn and see. We all now have technologies that our ancestors would do well to respect. Don't neglect. Crack babies, black on, war on drugs, and lack of mental stability. Homeless, catch a ball and dance for a band. Motherfuckers is stuck on lean and can't read, wondering why they gotta pretend they royalty. 1800s, Tennessee whiskey, miss me with the bullshit. No one missed this, but your people dismissed it. Rewrite for a pro. Creation in its infinite Willie Lynch me syndrome must be Tuskegee, suffering, smelling burnings and dust, lust for dark skin, breasts, and summer southern musk. The disgust, feel the fire, pain, rain, again and again as ships came across the middle passage. 3 months worse than any lashes taken by the sea. Who remembers me? Crack and bleed the fathers that be. Freedom is mentality. Take the language, the fruit is still in me. Give me chains, the spirit lives in me.
Yo, shackles on my feet, smoke all around, dirt in my face, my blood on the ground, slave to the trade, trapped in my conscience, escaping away. This ain't nothing but a mind game, underground railroad slaves on the loose. The chains on the neck symbolizes the noose. Work in the fields under that sun, playing in the escape. Wait till the night comes. Dogs on the hunt, my people on the run, bullet in the back from a slave owner's gun, lynches on the trees, got us on rage, but they don't care about us, they just throw us in the cage, lashes on our back, caused by the whip, masters getting on our nerves, but we can't quit. He can sell my body, but my soul's not for sale. I gotta make it through heaven, cause I'm going through hell, cause my spirit, I can hear it, I'm right near it. And I'm black and proud, so I'ma give my reparations right now. Spirit. The spirit. Live. And me. Spirit lives in me. Spirit. The spirit lives in me.
1800s, Tennessee whiskey, miss me, bullshit. No one missed this, but your piece missed it. Rewrite for a pro. Creation in its infinite Willie Lynch me syndrome must be Tuskegee, suffering, smelling burnings and dust, lust for dark skin, breast, and summer southern musk. The disgust, feel the fire, pain, the rain, again and again the ships came across the middle passage. 3 months worse than any lash taken by the sea. Who remembers me? Crack and bleed the fathers that be. Freedom is mentality. Take the language, fruit is still in me. Give me change. The blood and criticism, lack of knowledge, yearning for all this shit to be abolished comes from a place in history, places they no longer teach. You got to research and read and pass it along so we can all learn to see. We all now have technologies that our ancestors would do well to respect. Don't neglect. Crack babies, black on, war on drugs, and lack of mental stability. Homeless, catch a ball and dance for a band. Motherfuckers are stuck on lean and can't read, wondering why they gotta pretend they royalty. Light, lines, wires, lies. Now it's time. And we are in dire. Ancestors weep. We dance. Ancestors weep. We dance. Whose chance? Ashe. In us is power of circumstance. The spirit lives in me. 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 The spirit lives in me.
Through rock nations, baby daddy shuffling and scraping, pushing to make way, hard knock life not for his baby.
We sail to the Americas and settle. We sail to Asia and settle. We conquered Europe a time ago. Don't let them feed your brain a half-assed narrative that don't hold weight. The Eurocentric life can leave you drained and leave you alone to go insane. We are everywhere. Blackness is the sun. Blackness is the sun. We are with the earth, mother shares, and the proof is in our hair. The seed, the extension, we sailed, we roamed, and we also came home. One narrative. The other narrative is the settlements ancestry created. The other narrative is some were kidnapped and those ancestors also created me. I am who I say I came to be.
Through rock nations, baby daddy shuffling and scraping, pushing to make way, hard not life, not for his babies. Traumas from separation, baby mamas don't have the patience to wait for kings to develop stories of their greatness. Should we forget though, that ancient times our people known love to collection of equals. But we are deceitful, to one another will kill to have his others either, or his woman though.
This Eurocentric lifestyle and energy just ain't the accurate depiction of me. Check your knowledge and grow so you can see. This Eurocentric lifestyle and energy just ain't the accurate depiction of me. This Eurocentric lifestyle and energy just ain't the accurate depiction of me. Check your knowledge and grow so you can see. Black history is what you seek. Don't let them commercialize your humanity. I could go on, but I'ma stop there. Go read.
But that's the culture. Split the family apart. It's not that hard, huh? Bring upon more stress so the children can clean up the fucking mess. Put this shit to rest for our people. The collection of our own, yeah, we gotta make this shit equal. Uplift one another. Brothers and sisters, yeah, we can't be killing each other. This shit is crucial. Cancel the stigma they got over our people. Our lives matter. Tired of living in this bullshit that they calling the planet. But to each his own. The powers that be don't give a fuck what we on. So we gotta get it together. For ourselves, ain't nobody gonna fucking come and save us. It's for our people. Our lives matter to each his own, yeah, we're equal though. Understand me when I'm coming through this ether, huh? Thank you for listening.
Truth, because at the end of the day, I still want to be able to I don't dislike George Washington. Say her name, say his name.
This is for Jasmine.
Say her name, say his name.
This is for Jasmine.
We rise from the ashes. We're reborn from the light, carrying the torches of those slain in the night.
I'm just hurt. This is for Jasmine.
Say her name, say his name. For Brianna, for George, for every name left unsaid. For the daughters and sons
undaunted edge. Say her name, say his name, let their stories be known. Let their legacies live in the seeds we've sown. They criminalize our existence, they demonize our youth. Yet still our culture, our rhythm, our truths. But we see through the lie, we know the game. They fear our unity, our strength, our name. Amanda was a poet, Desmere was a king, both stolen too soon, before their songs could sing. They lived as warriors, though the world denied. And now they march beside us, immortalized. The revolution's alive in the hearts of the young, in the beats of the drum, in the words on our tongues, it's in the murals painted on decaying walls, and in the chants that rise when another one falls. This isn't about hate, it's about a dream deterred. About the promises broken and justices unheard. It's about redemption, about equity's light. Say her name, say his name. About reclaiming our power, God-given right. I walk through the hood and I see him, potential untapped. Dreams that bird. Say her name, say his name. Brilliance wrapped in traps. The streets whisper story of those who came before. Say her name, say his name. A rebellion's waved and victory scored. Say her name. They try to erase us, but we won't be erased. Our history's written in the stars and space. Say her name, say his name.
I'm just hurt. Justice for Jasmine.
Say her name, say his name. From the pyramid of Kemet to the cotton fields, our resilience is a weapon, no system can wield. Say her name, say his name. Say her name. To the confused soldier who lost their way, to the queens who forgot her names. They're the light of day. This is your reminder, your battle. Say her name, say his name. Say her name, say his name. Say her name, say his name. Say her, say her, say her, say her. His name, his name, his name, his name. Say her name, say his name. Say her, his name, his name. Circumstance. This is your reminder, your battle hymn. The revolution began when you look within. Say her name, say his name. 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 Say her name, say his name.
This undercover.
Say her name, say his name.
Going on, and this pack going on, and it's still killing our kids off and everything else.
Say her name, say his name.
That's how I feel. I'm just hurt, and justice for Jasmine.
Say her name, say his name.
I guess you can say I'm a fool to still love him. Still stay comfortably, call this place he provided me home, but I can't fix my lips to say I feel safe. He's tatted so much trauma physically and visually through my eyes, but I'm so desensitized for the past 400 plus years. I've told myself lies, turned the other cheek, never wanting to believe. He always carries out his threats, making promises to keep, like the 15th of September 1963. He killed 4 little girls just to get to me. Used children as a scare tactic, while gaslighting me to believe, baby, this is still the land of the free. Mama told me loving a man like this would be dangerous. Said reminiscing on his love gives her bittersweet deja vu. Reminds her of an uncomfortable stench of strange fruit dangling from tree. Said the same lies he fed to me, he fed her times 3. My grandmother knows his betrayal runs deep. Says his love causes amnesia because as much as he harms, he makes sure to right his wrongs over and over. Using emotional abuse to intimidate her, scared she'll find her worse, so he beats her black kings through a bloody pope, knowing fear will keep her closer. He doesn't care what that man meant to her, only cares to make amendments. So in 1965, he finally gave her a voice without her having to prove. But somehow she knew that she never had the right to choose because she could never use her voice, especially inside the master's bedroom. Yet still I stay, longing for a state of physical ease, wanting freedom from this pain while still he isolates me. I develop PTSD, never knowing when it's okay to joke with him, because when I say I rebuke you in the name of Jesus, it only has me falling to my knees, pleading with him, please don't kill me. But even if I told him I couldn't breathe, he would still try to kill me. Why do I still stay comfortably in his lies? Desiring for him to see me, but I'm only undesirable in his eyes. I guess I'm nothing but an NHI. Because he's never here intimately at all. I guess he really sees no human involved, so why do I stay in a place where I don't feel safe? I want him to love me, but he said he loves me. Well, now I really don't know. I'm just praying I figure it out before my case, like other murders in the Black community, goes cold.
Overcome.
We can make it happen.
Get your ass a mind frame. Get your ass a mind frame. Get your ass a mind frame. Get your ass a mind frame.
Black history is all our history.
Help them buy the chain.
Freedom is in the mind. Shine your light. Shine your light. Freedom reign. Freedom fly.
Yeah. We can get through, we can make it. Oh, no matter what, I know we can. I know we can. This is the time, and we can shine. We can make it happen. We can make it happen. So just be right. Just shine your light. No matter what. Oh, we overcome. Oh, we overcome.
Overcome. Truth. 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 Fly. Overcome. Overcome. Get your ass a mind frame that'll help them bind the chains. Black history is all our history. Freedom is in the mind. Shine your light. Freedom reign. Freedom fly. And overcome. Truth. Let it fly.
Get your ass a mind frame that'll help free all the chains.
Oh, we We can buy.
With the war on drugs,
What has changed?
Only thing that changed were the change.
corporate interest, culture.
In 2022, police killed more black people than any other year.
We're all disenfranchised. No one is encouraged to actually step up, stand up, and think for themselves.
It's time to bring Black Wall Street back.
People, but culture.
Corporate interest, culture, the amount of followers,
And the bank accounts of some of these activists.
That freedom ring is
Tyree Nichols' death to young black men. And literally nothing has changed. Police departments are fully funded. Anybody, that's easy. We do that 365 days a year. On leap year, we do it 366.
A riot is language of the unheard. It is a language of the poverty. It is an outward expression of aggression and microaggressions and pain that has been festering, and people have had enough. Don't you dare speak for other people when you don't know other people's experiences and you haven't lived it, because you won't step outside of your fucking development and your little bubble that you live in. You want to talk all the shit you want, have the opinion that you want, but step a foot in my shoes and understand what I've been through. When you see the kind of things that people actually do destroy, they destroy corporate places. They destroy things that they're upset at and angry at. They destroy corporate America. And the things that they do loot are necessities and basic items that they need, like toilet paper and laundry detergent.
6 times 5 plus 9.
Community and unity.
Except we have BLM commercials.
It's time to bring Black Wall Street down.
People have had enough. Don't you dare.
With the war on drugs. With the war on drugs.
With the war on drugs.
Only thing that changed were the change. 6 times 5 plus 9. It's time to bring Black Wall Street back. That freedom ring is let freedom ring. 39 years since segregation, 346 years since slavery, and we are still enslaved to a new manipulation. Come from material things, enslaved to Cuban links, gold chains, and diamond rings. We don't need their dirt when we come from the earth. Or are you believing in a record of manipulation, organized chaos, and dedication of depopulation? The list goes on.
They go without a plan. It's just their wish.
Caramel shade, trendy latte, thick thighs and hips, hourglass shape, full lips with such a warm embrace. Cocoa bean, tea tree, my fruit, make lemonade. Shea butter, baby, these bodies can create shades of the rainbow. And this is why you love to taste the amber nectar. The sweet milk from the coffee bean steed, milk and coffee, mill, wheat, and melt to toffee, ground and pound till we all go down the drain. The rusted pipes we leave in decay, 'cause you can't fuck the pain away. Stop using sex to supplement your shadow work that needs to be done. Stop using your mask to avoid your insecurities and shortcomings. Stop using a mate as an excuse to subliminally hate. Stop using interracial relationships to hide your prejudices and racism and covert assimilation to appropriate. Give up the ruses and seek a higher faith. We now have time to debate the results and impacts of what some think are finer tastes, or kinks or fetishes. We got time to debate. You can't fuck the racism away. Mixing genuine love for all races with breeding spaces, taking place not for the sake of love, just for the sake of domination. White men objectifying since the slave ship days. White men objectifying since the slave ship days. White women aren't exempt. They use us like cattle for their production. So what makes you think a white grandma isn't going to treat her brown grandson with prejudiced attitudes? Steeped in dog whistles and coded racist catchphrases that subliminally degrade and traumatize minds of the melanated in vicinity. They fucked us for greed. They fucked us like toys. They fucked us to keep control. They fucked us to torture. They fucked us for ecstasy. They fucked us till we would bleed and bleed and bleed. They didn't care if they didn't have a need. And now you get turned on when they say they want BBC. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? 400 years of sick, twisted sexual hierarchies, domination, sublimation. They dominated the black man, buck broken. Oh, and this is why you loved it. Why you loved it. He became a bull for the massa, breeding black women after black women until he and those who bared were discarded. They didn't care. These bodies, my ancestors, were property. Now, we're all property. Think about that when you pull up to Starbucks needing your daily fix. None of them are up to no good, no trick. It's too trick. They turn tricks on black men and women. 4 sticks, up asses for shits and giggles and a despicable fix or to punish. Have you had enough yet, or do I need to tell you why I hate the moniker BBC or being treated as some fetish? Oh, and this is why you loved it. 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 Soft skin in the shade of mocha latte. Destroyed by the bruises and cuts by the man that made her, using her body until she can't stand. Yet he continues with his demands. Breed another, bear this product, and die working for Uncle Sam. Imprison the black bodies who won't abide by our system's demands and make sure you degrade the mind to the point they can't on their own to beat stand. If they make it out, make it so they come right back to Uncle Sam. House nigga, field nigga, hood nigga, trigger nigger. Booked and busy, quotas and statistics, contrasts and opaque visions. Fuck the brother that beats the wife. Badges are for pussies who hide their graces when they want to hunt at night. Penetrating, violating women and boys for blackmail or freedom. They don't give a damn. The badges is the clan. Name the price. How dark is your tan? Pray or fight. Organize and keep your holes tight. Plug them up. Don't let them take you with no lube in the middle of the night. Fight back. We no longer take this shit icy, hot, suck dick. You won't breed for anyone's benefit. They want to bring the brown population down and breed the white women up. Bring your numbers up. Keep shit white. Close the borders. Send anyone non-white out or in prisons, in chains, in the dirt. And now the average middle white class man is learning what we did hundreds of years ago. The bourgeoisie and oligarchy doesn't care about you or me. They blinded you with jealousy, so you went against your own interests, and now you see what we see. They fucked us all. Fascism and greed. Cause so many took this shit lightly. Make jokes and being thick-headed, and now they deep in fuckery. No blame, no shade, I'm just reminding us all that not one time in American history did they stop breeding black folks for the slavery machine. Think about that as you lose your job, your home. Your grocery prices go up, but we still dropping bombs. Think about that when you can't find any black dick to come your way. Slavery still exists, it's just not like the days of 1848. Caramel shade, trendy latte, thick thighs and hips, hourglass shape, full lips with such a warm embrace. Shea butter, baby, this body can create shades of the rainbow, and this is why you love to taste. The amber nectar, the sweet milk from the coffee bean steed. They don't realize the history of the black body in American chattel slavery. Deep in fuckery, deep deep and fuck 'em, 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 deep and
Oh, and this is why you loved it. 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 Taste. Oh, and this is why you loved it. Taste.
It's madness, yo. All the things that we could talk about.
Call it.
But let's talk about these urban circumstances real quick.
And basically, it's
we got this.
So,
revolutionaries. I am a revolutionist.
Urban streets, mind fog, governments and agencies.
Urban streets, homeless, cold, and
war on drugs and white flight. Cleared and power transferred, and now power takes hold. Circumstances of concrete jungles and policies.
Mind fog, no faults by governments and agencies. War on drugs and white flight cleared and seized. Power transferred, and now power takes hold. Circumstances of concrete jungles and policies. From cotton to rifles and battles, to trespassing and foraging to chain gangs and Jim Crow forcings, it all looks the same. From name calling to dog whistles and batches of lemonade, to big oak trees and picnics under the shade, to watch the castration that came after the birth of a nation, brought fear and tremble. Migrations came and locked up we went. From red lines to prison lines to school prison pipelines, it's all the same, just choose your juice. Urban circumstances only escape the few who leave behind the urban rules. The system is insanity, cold hard bricks is a vanity. Urban outfit, the madness of two parties. Circumstances are futile and common sense is senseless because brains these days aren't hardy. I get confused about myself because projections from mindless mobs are hell. I isolate in solitude and keep my circle tight because people will be wild, and to be quite honest, I don't have the space time. Revolutionary line. I focus to fight. Urban circumstances ain't nice, so I don't got much room to sit tight or not be wise. We got a line to think about, so we gotta stand up and continue to rise. We got a ways ahead. Urban circumstances. Circumstantial scene. Urban conservative. Yo. Let's go. Urban streets, homeless, cold, and weak. Mind fog, no fault. By governments and agencies. War on drugs and white flight cleared and seized. Power transferred, and now power takes hold. Circumstances of concrete jungles and policies.
Urban streets, homeless, cold and weak. Mind fog, no fault. By governments and agencies. War on drugs and white flight cleared and power transferred, and now power takes hold. Circumstances of concrete jungles and policies.
Urban streets, homeless, cold, and weak. Mind fog, no fault. By governments and agencies. War on drugs and white flight cleared and seized. Power transferred, and now power takes hold. Circumstances of concrete jungles and policies.
Two of them federal, 3 to my chest. 2 guns, 1 queen in this quest for the best. No record deal, but I stay real. And every move I make, that's the deal. In the city's heart, where dreams ignite. We rise above through the darkest night. In these urban streets, we find our grace. We find the odds in this relentless place. The urban maze where boundaries are set. Not everyone is beside you when the challenge is met. But when you falter, when you lose your pace, no, discard that thought, seek your inner grace. In the city's chaos, I keep my cool, humble and quiet, no need to play the fool. No whispers or mumbles in the dark, my voice will rise, leaving its mark. I'm done with these games, tired of the race, chasing my ticket in this relentless space. I've got hands, I've got guns, ready to fight a warrior in the field day and night. No more pretending, no deceitful treat. I play for keeps, won't accept defeat. If I want something, I'll wait for weeks, even months, in these tough streets. I'm here for the struggle, it's in my core. No shortcuts, no handouts, that's for sure. I don't need a mom guide my ride. I'm counting money, success as my guide. Dripping like gunner, style so neat. Rain keeps pipes concrete. With wrist shining, 100 grand each. And that's in the game, I press what I preach. 2 of them federal, 3 to my chest. 2 guns, 1 queen. In this quest for the best.
Urban streets, homeless, cold, and weak. Mind fog, no fault. Mind fog, no faults. By governments and agencies. War on drugs and white flight cleared and seized. Power transferred and now power takes hold. Circumstances of concrete jungles and policy.
2 of them federal, 3 to my chest. 2 guns, 1 queen. In this quest for the best. No record deal, but I stay real. And every move I make, that's the In the city's heart, where dreams ignite, we rise above through the darkest night. In these urban streets, we find our grace, find the odds in this relentless place.
Urban streets, homeless, cold, and weak. Mind fog, no fault. Mind fog, no faults. By governments and agencies. War on drugs and white flight cleared and seized. Power transferred and now power takes hold. Circumstances of concrete jungles and policy.
Circumstances of concrete jungles and policy.
Living purpose, living purpose. It's circumstantial saint. Urban conservative. Whatever. Sainthood. Circumstantial. Do you listen? Do you follow the signs? Do you discern? Do you learn? Insight. Live in your purpose. Follow your dream, know what I mean? What does it mean to live in purpose? Jahan McMillan, rest in heaven. Do you feel fulfilled? Do you feel you are right where you need to be? Now? Right now in this time. Trinity Rain, Tyree Nichols, Jalen Walker, Living Purpose, Eric Holmes, Jahan McMillan, Rest in Heaven. Do you feel worth it? Worthy? Earthy? And yearning for more? Growing. Stand for something. If you fall, fall for something. Get up. Stand tall. And understand what you should have been learning. Stand and fight for your right. Earn and own your night. It's alright. What does it mean? What does it mean to live in purpose? What does it mean? What does it mean? What does it mean? Live in purpose. Live in purpose. You can put out the fire. The fire is in you. The fire is you.
Burn it down and create new.
Living
Live your
purpose.
purpose.
Living purpose.
Stand in your truth.
Win or fail. Freedom or jail. Heaven or hell. Wish me well. Living purpose. You can kill a revolutionary, but you can never kill the revolution. Anaya, Vanessa Jensen, Trinity Raines, Tyree Nichols, Jalen Walker, Eric Holmes, James McMillan, rest in heaven. Win or fail, freedom or jail, heaven or hell. Wish me well. Living purpose. Living purpose.
Living in purpose. Stand for something already.
You can kill a revolutionary, but you can never kill the revolution. Shut up and help.
Living purpose. Living purpose.
Shut up and help. Shut up and help. Shut up and help. Shut up and help. Urban conservative. What does it mean to live in purpose? You know, I hear a lot of people say if you don't stand for something, that's your fault for anything. But what I see is a lot of people not standing for anything and falling for something. Because nobody, I feel like, I'm not going to say nobody, but people don't stand on what they believe in anymore. They'll say it, but they don't mean it.
Do you listen? Do you follow the signs? Do you listen? Do you discern? Do you follow the signs? Do you discern? Do you learn? Live in your insights. Follow your dreams. You know what I mean? Live in your purpose. You know what I mean?
Shut up and help.
Circumstantial state.
Shut up and help.
Shut up and help. You can kill a revolutionary, but you can never kill the revolution. Shut up and help.
Praise God. Yeah, Don. It's a beautiful song.
Our black history will always be invisible. Only one thing that ever makes sense to me. Our ancestors died for us to live peacefully. Brought up in churches to never question things. School teachers teaching the basics of our necessities. History class only speak on segregation and slavery. Let's talk about some deeper things. How Martin had a dream and Malcolm knew there would be no peace. Flipping pages of a book that a white man is paid to proofread. With no real knowledge of how we went down in history. Black Wall Street shifted their energy. Seeing that us blacks could amount to better things. Burned it all down to keep us in captivity. God save our people. God save our people. On your mark, get set. Get set. God save our people. Get set. Went from nooses around our necks and scars all on our back to chokeholds from police that swear to serve and protect. What kind of justice did we get? Oh, Breonna Taylor and Ahmaud Arbery was next. They can't breathe. They'll never breathe because of police brutality. Just wrote down as another nigga in our history. Nooses turned into diamond chains, keeping us enslaved with the goal of finding things. Is you working for it the right way? Not shooting your mother and sibling for gunplay. Black on black crime for more of us to die. Y'all niggas are clearly blind. Blind to the progress they programmed since the first projects. Process of elimination, disguised as manipulation. God save our people. God save our people. God save our people. On your mark, get set.
Yeah, Don.
God save our people. God save our people. God save our people. On your mark, get set. God save our people. God save our people.
It's a beautiful song right here.
Brothers killing each other with no hesitation, focused on the clout, a little bit of paper, not prepared for the reparations of their hatred. One black man dead in the other man cage. Meanwhile, the white man still gets paid, gets away with vacation days. Our bloodshed is valuable in this country. We are still their property, and they're getting a monopoly. We each have 9 numbers attached to our names, proof we are still enslaved. Let us step out of line like they say. They shooting us down and expect us to be okay. Hip-hop paved the way, gave us a voice to say what we gotta say. It don't mean a thing nowadays. Everybody rapping about the wrong things. God save our people. God save our people. God save our people. On your mark, get set. Shooting a brother cause it's gang. Ancestors rolling in their grave. Escape they pain for us to live better days. Black on black crime, millennial genocide. We're a danger to our own kind. Helping the white man complete their mission way before you and I ever existed. It's twisted. We dying with pesticides running through our bloodline. Black on black crime is killing us faster than New York Times. If something doesn't change, it's all going to go in vain. We all gonna be in a grave, one by one, still enslaved. I pray to God our melanin sisters and brothers change. Reach out and help us, God, before it's too late. No more killing for gunplay. We have enough of that based on our race. Our race we've been running since slavery days. God save our people. God save our people. God save our people.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
On your mark, get set.
It's a beautiful song. Praise God.
They paved the way for us to win what they faced. We got the baton. Now it's time for us to take our place. On your mark, get set.
Together we are the revolution. We are the descendants of stolen dreams and shattered homes, yet we dream louder, we build stronger bonds, and we choose to live harder. Colonizers wrote our prehistory in blood, now it's time to rewrite it in fire. Malcolm X has a defiant call. Greta cries for the planet and Bisan fights for us all. All leaders and teachers past and present echo the same truths. Liberation at any cost, it must be global, it must be you. Uprisings against erasure from Tenochtitlan to Ferguson. The gap between the black laborers in Alabama and the Guatemalan farmers in Wisconsin. A child chained to a sweatshop in Bangladesh and a weeping mother of her only lost child in Palestine. Rising tides of climate catastrophes do not discriminate. The systems of oppression to drown us in hate. Puerto Rico, Kurdistan, Hawaii, the motherland, wounds around the globe, we need a major healing. Borders are lies, time to break the fucking ceiling. Resist the lie that survival is enough. We deserve to thrive, to claim a future that was stolen from us. This is the hour of revolution. Of minds, hearts sent to demolish the systems that crush for the benefits of few. Futile resources wasted for the advancement of not me and you. For every field tilled under a whip, and for every ocean wave crossed in chains, for every forest plundered for profit, the one thing that remains Is this ball of metal and dust and shit floating around? We're still all one. Our liberation is intertwined. Let the revolution roll so we can round up the rich and dine.
Black bodies, ain't they something? Curated and kissed by our Creator. This black body of mine beautified by my eyes for my reflection. Black bodies are divine, so sublime. Our skin is the liquid gold that God himself allowed his cup to run it over planet Earth. Black bodies, we be the beings intertwined with the deepest, darkest parts of the sky. Black bodies, we are the recipe to creation itself, the culture, the base ingredient to this boiling pot. Black bodies, we make this ish look good. We look good. Black bodies, we be the nation causing the itch under their fragile skin in the name of our ancestors when they challenge us to a revolution. Black bodies, instead of swing dancing off the branches with that noose of the southern poplar trees, black bodies, we reverse that time and skit-scat to all that jazz, sing, shimmy, rap in the rhythm of our black feet, tethered to the heartbeats of those African and native drums, while we, to them, appear as nothing but just a black body with savage tendencies. Black bodies, don't you get it? We've been reigned supreme long ago by Eve. No, not just the Eve to her Adam, but by the gene that we named Eve. Black bodies, we serve great purpose to season anyone that comes from our source that be the wombs. Richness of history that lies beyond the wall that live in our skin. Got wealth in our blood that can't begin to even invest in. Black body, you beautify and multiply. Black body, you may have cracks under the world's pressure, yet they don't understand, black body. You have DNA built from steel, facial structures formed to near perfection, prominent cheekbones, thick and thin lips and noses. Black body, we the ones that's clearly chosen. Black bodies are the secret outsiders can't seem to snoop out. Black bodies be the mystery even Sherlock Holmes himself can't crack. Black bodies be the home that Christopher Columbus can't wreck. We be described in all the holy books made in the image of God, from Prophet Jesus having hair thick as wool to bronzed skin. Black bodies, we be the Snickers, the Kit Kats, Hershey bars. We be the caramels, cocoa browns, dark chocolates with purple hues, golden and neutral undertones to match. Big bones, slim, thick with hip dips, curvatures, and men with broad, bold shoulders, coiled beards, defined jawlines. Black are the bodies that stand short in stature to 6 to 7 feet tall. Black bodies, aren't we something? So the next time you're feeling away, black body, find your way back to this poem and be reminded that we are here to stay.
I think
We've always been great. I know sometimes we need to be reminded. Validation is love and kindness, so I'm not against titles to help embolden communities and strengthen ties. I'm all for one's preference, but I also feel here in America it appears we only have one reference, and that has led us to what we like to call Black excellence. What do you think of when you hear Black excellence? I'm not talking about smart people. I'm not talking about someone with class or dignity per se. I'm talking about excelling in excess, to keep up with the Joneses, to let your spirit be unhinged and gluttonous. Just like the rest of the world, you see, activism and organizing brings haters, black and white. Corporate and worker class, they pit us against each other so they can keep grasp on the masses. And all of us play an intricate role. Us having the statistics we do isn't no fluke. We want to be like the masses so badly that we will sit and shit on each other so proudly. The masses fight one another, and sadly, we will pretend to be them while looking in each other's faces with disdain and snubs. That's not Black excellence to me. Black excellence to me, from where I sit, I see lapdogs of the supremacist patriarchy. I see semblance of settler mentality. I see striving to be the same thing you've been abused by when in our bloodline is the excellence we seek. In our bloodline is the excellence we seek. In our bloodline is the excellence we see. It is what we can allow us to truly breathe, but some just want to swallow symbolism and capitalism in place of holistic practices handed down for generations. Midwives almost extinct because modern big pharma wanted to make money. It directly puts all of our lives at stake. Yet the doula is still frowned upon us, while the white doctor in whatever corporate hospital doesn't care about our existence, thinks we are hardier, thinks we aren't worthy of attention and care. And the statistics are there for you if you don't believe me. The point is, Black excellence to me is pleading to be admitted into a destructive system of which is in direct conflict with our genetic and spiritual being.
Black excellence to me is being free from the perceptions they have of us, living in tune with the Most High, striving and excelling. See, Black women are the highest educated in the United States. That's Black excellence. Black excellence is thriving even when they try to stop us. Summer cookouts, fried chicken, the versatility of our skin. Black excellence, we always gonna win. Continuing what our ancestors started, pushing the limits even farther to reach our freedom. Curly coils, braids, shades, best dressed from head to toe. They always want to consume our culture, but they can't take away from this melanin. We are pure, we are Black excellence.
As a woman in any industry, I feel unheard. But the color of my skin tones my voice down by 10. If I was lighter, would you hear my opinion then? Maybe I'm just projecting. Shit, it always sounds like I am. Sorry. Sometimes I feel like my mind is closing in. My words are very much unheard and all I can see is a pen. If it's on paper, will you listen? Give some thought to my opinion? Because everything on paper is the same color in. You also can't see what color I am unless you see my hand in. Even the words I spew from my mouth confuses you. You invite me in for my talents, but your demeanor drops by 2 when you see someone walk in the room who looks nothing like you. Now you're confused on how someone so different can withhold the talents like you and probably do them better than you too. It's true. I can't think of how many times I went home with full fuel, based off the anger and sadness from feeling like I'm not good enough in what I worked so hard to do. Who knew the color of my skin is all you needed to see? All the proof you need that people who look like me could never exceed in the same place as thee. The same ones who make it hard for us as if we weren't the ones who made all of these true possibilities. You can't run a business alone, but you'll try your best before you have a nigga on your job list, wanting us to push down all the words that's sitting upon our chest. Y'all never give us recognition when we're doing our best, because even you know, if you praise a nigga with a little training, we could easily take over all of this. You'd be depressed, distressed, out of work, and right back to square one with all of your useless little friends, with egos bigger than your dicks, and none of y'all can even keep any fucking women. Every time I voice my words for the world to hear, they say I'm an angry black woman with no home training and no ears. But sadly, as a woman in any industry, I feel unheard. But the color of my skin tones my voice down times 10. If I was lighter, would you hear my opinion then? Maybe I'm just projecting. Shit, it always sounds like I am. Sorry. Sometimes I feel like my mind is closing in. My words are very much unheard and all I can see is a pen. If it's on paper, will you listen? Give some thought to my opinion? Because everything on paper is the same color and you also can't see what color I am unless I show you my hand. Sorry. Sometimes I feel like my mind is closing in. My words are very much unheard and all I can see is a pen. If it's on paper, will you listen? Give some thought to my opinion? Because everything on paper is the same color and you also can't see what color I am unless I show you my hand. If it's on paper, will you listen? If it's on paper, will you listen? Give some thought to my opinion. If it's on paper, give some thought to my opinion. If it's on paper, will you listen? If it's on paper, will you listen? Feel unheard. If I was lighter, would you hear my opinion then? Feel unheard. If I was lighter, would you hear my opinion then? And then. But the color of my skin tones my voice down by 10. Oh. All I can see is a pen. 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 Listen. Will you listen?
A letter to my mentors. Malcolm said a man who stands for nothing will fall for anything. They didn't tell you who he said. I do not expect the white media to create positive black images. Or that Fred preached, you can kill a revolutionary, but you can never kill the revolution. But they were sure to tell us about Dr. King's I Had a Dream speech. A letter to my people. Get up, nigga. Let me holler at you real quick. First of all, I'm gonna let you know that y'all really missed. And probably never gonna be anybody better, real shit. All through my life, y'all inspire me, dawg. The way y'all died, I really cried. I really wanna set fires for real for the way they killing lives. Say, really gonna be through it, just like you. Police hate me, the government officials, they hate me too. People compare me to y'all, but I never asked for that glory. But I do feel like we one of a kind with similar stories. They call this movement shit the new get richer died lying, wanna be wankster shit. William O'Neill's and Al Sharpton's, this farce of a movement. Half these activists wouldn't even make it if y'all was still alive. Dudes y'all used to march with, they blew up for real. That boy Bobby Rush, he eating, but ain't nowhere near a bill. They killed John Lewis and gave him a postage stamp. Say Huey, when I hear you preach to him, I wish that you was alive. Malcolm, they charged me with fake crimes and maced me in my cell, and still I'm alive and get high every day, LOL. When I fail, freedom or jail, heaven or hell, wish me well. When I fail, freedom or jail, heaven or hell, wish me well.
Akron, Ohio is a police state now.
It's circumstantial.
Life that's been taken by police brutality.
Black men deserve joy.
The names come and the change is the name and date. No one wants to hate, no one wants to hate. And so fame becomes the game.
I'm scared of nothing. I ain't scared of nobody. I ain't. And you know what? The police ain't anybody nervous. I hear sirens get nervous.
This is an emergency. This is an emergency. Police sirens every day. People dying every day. Fiends ODing every day. Mama's crying every day. Father's trying every day. This the city of murder hours. Get your bed made. See death around the corner. Boy, I dodged the law like I owe him. I don't talk if I don't know him. Liberals plotting coons on me. Boy, I lost comrades. Some died. Some crossed that line. I love the niggas that's down for me. Fuck the ones that send shots for me. Yeah, niggas working for a payout. Every day looking for a way out. Get released from jail and try to stay out. Pray to God, see how it play out. Or maybe God trying to test me. This life that I'm living so stressful. In 1 second I'ma let. And everybody in here gonna catch it. Justice for Jesus. Cause right now I can't take it. Lord, when am I gonna make it? Cause our people lost and my city lost. I can't fall victim to savings. Pray for my city. Hurry up and pray for my city. Real talk, I lost plenty, but I'm still out here getting it. On the block, Black Lives on the street, trying to eat. We all hungry. Walking up the wrong block will get your head up. That's why I got something on me. Can't trust none, can't feed him. He ain't done nothing. I hustle hard for my city, cause my city got it. Wanna see my city have it, I ain't have it, so I went and got it. They talk down on my city, but my city mattered. Black Lives District. Please pray for my city. Too much hate in my city. Too many heartaches in my city. But I got faith in my city. It's the north side and I love that. Can't take it away from my city. Some can't relate to my city. They die every day in my city. Please pray for my city. My city. Chaz Neal. Murderapolis.
The names come and the change is the name and the date. The attention ain't the same and the blame goes around. No one wants the aim. The fame becomes the game, and these folks that have no real purpose crowd the halls with obsession to worthless law. But they're not worthless to them. They intend to rid the lands of all the things that actually make them them. Truth seekers see all lies, and this world only has one. The end may come, and I wonder who will rise. Paid attention long enough to stand up. George and Sandra, Adam, Jalen, and Winston, Ricardo. They all have a story. Sheen, Jaheim, and the ones, and even in between those two. Cause it was only a month, but most don't even know about those names. The media don't want anyone to point blame at the ones who keep the machine going. And everyone stay blinded to the short side of what they call life. Cause they feed us a tight skirt and sexualize women, girls, breast size, and lies are told to whomever wants a dream. It is sold. Highest bidder gets larger falls. Capitalism isn't kind to the ones with brown hair and eyes. Illusion takes it all. Rubber bullets, fire and hurting, lies they learning. Remember accountability and discernment.
Rubber City,
Ohio.
Rubber City, justice for James City.
Can you hear the whispers? Can you feel the fire? Sainthood circumstantial. We're never tired. Movement, higher, revolutionary. We'll never poetry for revolutionaries. We made our choice. We gather strength. With one heart, we all rejoice. In this movement we're creating, will never be a ploy.
Sainthood is circumstantial. Black men deserve joy.
Savage, swinging on the pump, savage, swinging on the pump,
Black history to me The sagas here are never ending. Epics wild, spanning eons, shadows and lights from ancestors' whispers to echoes of resilience from ties. Through the middle passage, through tumultuous seas on devil ships, roots pulled from soils, but unity with
I speak to heal. 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 I speak to heal.